It's the messenger of God here. I just wanted to drop one for y'all today. And I had a story I told today about a flower, that I was thinking about, you know, which always make me think of the rose from the concrete, but let me give it to you anyway. So I was thinking of this flower, right? That you would go by and you would see every single day. Okay, and when you see this flower, you know, that it's blossoming, it's blooming, and it's beautiful, and it's standing tall, right? You never expect it to fall or anything to happen to it. Matter of fact, you have come to a conclusion that you think it's your rose because you go by and you see it every day and you think it's so pretty. You will go by that you'll go that way, that path, that way, just because it's something beautiful, right? Okay, then turn around and you come back by there one day and you see it hanging over. And you wonder, like, what happened to that rose? This rose used to blossom and bloom so beautiful, so pretty, But at this point, it's hanging over and you don't know what's wrong with it. And you start to feel sorry for it, right? So what do? You say, you know what? I'm not going to give up on this flower. So I'm going to go, and this time when I go by it, I'm going to bring my water bottle and give it some water, or put some little plant food down there and see would it help it come back to life or help it grow, right? And then you start to see it grow and bloom once again, and next few days you go by there again and it's hanging down again, and you're like, what is wrong with this flower? Who is not giving it no love? Who is not showing this flower any love? Who could give up on this flower, right? So then you take it upon yourself to take up this little flower and put it in a flower pot and take it home, and you start to nurture it, right? You start to nurture this flower, and then all of a sudden you get it back strong and back healthy. And once you do, you go and take it back and you put it back down in that ground, in that soil, and you let it grow again, because you feel like now that you have taken care of it, now you feel like it can grow on its own again. That just made me think of, how Jesus is, how he never gives up on us. He never lets us go, no matter what we go through, no matter what it is that we do, we never will fail with God, As I was reading, through these scriptures and reading how, God can use anybody and anything, just like he used a donkey, to talk, God can always use anybody. So don't be surprised on who he will use to bring the word, or who he will use to speak to the people, or, who he will use to go out there and do his deeds, because as far as I know, I would think to myself that, if I had a preacher or a missionary or someone that I feel like that was in the church, right, I would think that they would already know these things to do or know what to do, right? So I wouldn't expect them to fall because they chose this position to lead, right? But then what do you do when these people become untrustworthy and not telling the truth, or, not leading you the right way? Then he will give it to someone who's willing, that willing vessel. He would give his word to someone, yes, like a bum, yes, like someone down the street, or someone that lives around the corner, or, who knows? Anybody, a nurse, someone who's not even in this position, but because they had faith, because they believe, because they kept worshiping him and praising his name, all of a sudden, because they was that willing vessel, he turned their life around and made them who they are today. So what does that tell you? That anybody can do it, Don't give up, y'all. No matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, just always know to stay positive. You know, I wasn't always right at first, you know. But when I gave it to God, you know, and I confessed my sins became my blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because once I turned it into the right things, I was able to confess them, but also see myself in the mirror, you know, to see myself and my story end up helping someone else. You know, my story end up changing my life because it's my testimony. It's my proof, okay, of the things that I went through. And also it's my proof to show you that I can get through them. And I came out of them. And now look at me now, you know. Now I'm walking upright with the Lord. And I'm telling you that you can too. So if no one is encouraging you, no matter where you're coming from, no matter what you've been through, you know, let me be the one to encourage you and tell you that you can still do it, okay? But the time is now. Because if you do not do it right now, just think of how long that it will take for you to get there, okay? Because when I got started, it wasn't easy. I had to throw things away. You know, I had to stop holding on to old things, old pictures, old clothes, you know, old habits, just things that I used to do all the time, you know, all the times where you always feel like you the one that need to call someone, or you the one that always feel like you got to take care of someone, or you the one that feels like that you always got to give your all. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is a bad thing if you're doing this for someone who don't care about you, okay? If that person don't care about you and you turn your life over to God, God will remove those people as long as you allow him to. But if you do not allow him to do these things, remind you, it's still going to be there. And you're still going to be stuck in that position that you're in, okay? You got to be willing and able. Okay, you might not be strong enough to let go of these things, but you have to be. See, you gotta want to. Just like I said, when you living your life the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to do that. Okay, it's easy to live your life the wrong way, but it's hard to do right? So I'm telling you, just think about this. Look how hard you tried to come up with enough money. Even when you broke, you be wondering, like, how's this person broke come up with a pack of cigarettes? How's this person that broke come up with a drink? How this person this broke always come up with something? But yeah, you can't come up with God. You know, the same way, the same fight that you have, okay, when you're living your life the right way and you want to live the truth, you got to come up with Jesus, okay? Come up with the Holy Spirit. Come up on up out of that unclean spirit that you got, okay? Because when you start telling the truth and live your life the right way, it's not easy, okay? You're going to have to start doing it. You're going to have to be that living sacrifice. You're going to start letting things go, okay? You know, I call myself, one time I felt like my friend, well, a few of my friends, I remember, you know, was going through some stuff and they end up having to go to classes and stuff for drinking. And I was just like, you know what? They didn't tell me to go. Why should I go? You know, and I end up just volunteering going. And you know what happened? You know, I got convicted in my spirit because I said, you know what? I didn't want to admit it at first, but this sounds like me, you know? And then I start thinking about it. I'm saying, man, this is something else. I can't believe this. You know, I can't believe that I need help too. You know, I remember somebody that I used to know told me that I had an excuse for every time that I drink. You know, and I didn't believe it until I really start turning my life around and noticing myself, because nobody else was around me to blame it on. And actually, it was myself, you know. I was making up excuses to go to that store, right? I couldn't believe it was true, you know. But you would never be able to see yourself. You won't be able to see yourself and what you're doing until you are ready to turn your life around and let things go. I promise you. Stop holding on to things that you do not need. I don't know who I'm talking to out there, but I'm telling you right now, let it go. Whoever it is that's in your life that's not right, they are holding you back from your blessing. They are holding you back from heaven. They're helping you go to hell, okay? They want you to go with them. I'm telling you, and if you want to see yourself and better yourself, you better let it go right now. You better get up out of there. I'm telling you, because it takes longer for you to get right than it is for you to do wrong, okay? Listen to me what I'm saying, okay? Put that cigarette down today. Put that bottle down today. I don't care if it's wine, a beer, whatever it is. Trust me. The longer it takes for you to get here, I'm telling you, who knows when God's going to come back, okay? Because remind yourself, you got to start stripping these things off of you, okay? You can't just think, I'm going to pray today, and then that's all I have to do is just go, I'm going to go and get baptized. I'm going to go and repent for my sins and turn from my wicked ways. But then you sin again, and then you do it again. It's like, what happened to you doing right, okay? What happened to you doing right? Okay, you did all those things, but what are you trying to do to better yourself? Are you trying to better yourself, or did you just do it and it was just a sham? It was just a mirage. I just did it just because I wanted to do it, just for the heck of it. You know? You're not doing this for nobody else or to just make yourself look good. You're doing this for you. Okay? You're doing this to better you. All right? So go ahead. I'm telling you right now. All right? I love y'all. And I'm going to pray for you, okay? No matter who you are, I'm praying for you, okay? I'm praying for you to do right. And I really hope that you change, okay? Change the way that you are, okay? Stop going out there and looking for somebody to just please your needs, okay? Stop going out there and stop just doing stuff just to see yourself look good, okay? Stop getting with people just because you want a trophy. Someone just to walk and look good beside you, okay? But if she or he only had a brain, if she or he only had a heart, right? If you only had a brain. But how you going to have a brain? Okay? How you going to have a brain? How do you think you can think of anything if you're doing wrong? All these people think that they have all of these strategies, keep tricking so many people, keep going out there playing the same game, run the same game. It becomes tired. And you start to look like that. You start to look like the game. You start to look as tired as the game goes, because all it does is just goes in circles and circles and recycles itself. And sooner or later, you're going to look drugged out, and you're going to start to look just like the dead that you're worshiping. Okay? And like I told you, if nobody told you, you're going to go straight to hell. You're going straight to hell with gasoline draws on. Okay? I'm just trying to let you know. So if you don't end up doing the right thing, guess where you headed? Okay? Head first. Okay? Head first, curled up in a fetus position on fire. The fire is burning you up right now. Okay? As we speak. I'm telling you, it's not a game. It's not a joke. You're not going to be able to ask the little ladies for their little oil lamp. Okay? You can't come up to me and say, hey, can you please give me some of that? It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Okay? You know how y'all be looking half crazy trying to hurry up and get dressed to go out to the club before 11 o'clock to get in for free? Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. All y'all that be jumping up to be getting yourself together, it's going to be that quick and fast. When Jesus comes, you're not going to be able to do that. Okay? Your little hair is going to be way over there. Okay? And this guy's pants is going to be laying way over there. You ain't going to get a chance to get ready. Okay? You'll be caught in the middle of your acts of whatever you're doing if you don't turn around and change your life right now, today. Okay? I'm not telling you to choose a religious background. I'm not telling you what church to go to. I'm telling you to get yourself right with God. You need to have your relationship with the Lord yourself. Okay? You need that relationship. That means you need to pray to Him and ask Him for guidance. Okay? You keep telling me, well, you know what? No one's there. No, you know why no one's there? No one's there, and you can't see God because you can't see you. You can't even see how you look. Okay? You can't see how ignorant you look and how ignorant you're acting. Okay? How you going to want to see God and you can't see yourself? Okay? So don't try to come at me and question me where He at, because I'm going to ask you the same thing. Where you at? Because the God that I know, He lives in me. Okay? With His Holy Spirit is right here in my heart. That's why I can talk to Him anytime that I want to. Okay? And if you want to make it to the kingdom, wherever He's at, matter of fact, first of all, you need to believe. Because He ain't going to come talking to you or nothing until you believe in Him and have faith. Okay? And start living your life the right way. Now, I love y'all. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I'm just here to encourage you. Okay? You can do anything you want to do. You can still be that coach. But imagine living your life the right way. You know, how strategic you would be, you know, with the godly wisdom. How many games you think you're going to win? Okay? Imagine doing anything you want to do, but having wisdom, godly wisdom behind it. You know, that's powerful. That's worth more than any money that anybody can hand and give to you. Okay? Remind you that. Everybody, I'm telling you, a lot of people be trying to walk around and look it up and trying to find it and trying to like wonder how you do it, watching you, studying you, watching how you sleep, you eat, and trying to, oh, okay, she get on her knees 3 or 4 times. Oh, I need to get on my knees 3 or 4 times. Okay, this is what she's saying. Let me wind this back and try to say it like that. Okay, she does this. Okay, he does this. Okay, she does that. Okay, maybe if she goes and jump and walk 2 squares and then walk backwards, okay, maybe I'll get him. That's not how you get God, okay? You cannot copy someone to get God. You can't. You can't do it. Okay? Just like there was one Einstein, there's one God. Okay? There's one faith. There's one baptism. I'm just saying. I just said his name for an example because a lot of times, a lot of people are great. Okay? And you cannot be them. Stop trying to be someone else and be you. Be a great you. I want to be able to say your name and say, you know what? This person was great. You know, this person that lived here on earth was great. Okay? It doesn't matter what you look like. Just know that you were great and you helped someone. Okay? Live to see tomorrow. Live to see another day. A lot of y'all is wise. A lot of y'all got all that good wisdom, you know? Some of y'all may do call a game. You know, you be like, oh, this old head right here, man. Because all I knew I liked to do was sit around people that was older than me. You know what I mean? And boy, oh boy, they can talk. They can talk. And I used to love hearing it. You know, I used to always like sitting around older people. You know, Jesus did that too, right? Remember when he was a young kid, he would go up there and talk to the elders, you know, 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, you know. He didn't want to just sit there. He's Jesus, y'all. Okay. Well, who was going to teach him anyway? You feel me? So it's just like this. You want to be smarter, you know, go around somebody with wisdom if you ain't got it. You know, ask questions, okay? You know, they used to say, hungry mouths don't get fed, right? That's right. How you expect to be someone great if you don't know nothing and you study hanging around people that is, I'm not trying to be mean, but dumber than you, okay? Or as dumb. Okay, I'm just being serious. If you ain't doing nothing, you good for nothing. How you gonna hang around another good for nothing? Who gonna lead who? Okay, y'all just gonna sit up there and say, "Hey man, oh hey man, hey, what you doing? Hey, I don't know, man, what you doing?" y'all really do look like Beavis and Butthead. You know, I'm just being for real. It's so crazy how people just sit up here and they just fry their brains out for no reason. For no reason. I don't get people who be high and trying to get higher and higher. How high do you want to be? How are you alive? I be wondering how is that body still alive? You have done so much to it. Stop. Okay, stop. You can't get no higher. Stop. Give it up. Okay, give it up. All you doing is just messing up your whole entire insides. Quit. I'm telling you, whoever's doing that right now, quit. I'm telling you to quit frying your brains. Stop. Stop getting high. Stop. It is not helping you. It's not making you smarter. It's not making you wise. You don't get, you know, you don't get your knowledge from getting high. You don't. I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't. I'm telling you, I know. You don't. You can't get high and be smart. You can't. I used to think that if I got high, I probably can do a freestyle really cool. You can't. It's a lie. Whoever told you that's a lie. It's a lie because you know what? You can come up with the same creativity if you were doing right, if you was clean and if you were sober. Okay? You can get just as many friends. Okay? Just as many people. You can still go around. Because I'm telling you, the only thing that I say that I would do, I would have my relationship with God. Okay? And if I did go to anybody's church, it'll just be for fellowshipping, okay? Just to see other people, you know, that know about God like I do, okay, to share the word with them. But you know what? The most important thing is getting that word, okay? Because if that preacher is preaching a word, then I'm going to be right there to hear it. And if it's something that I know that's going to help and save me, I want to hear it. But if it's not, that's why I have the relationship with God, because I'm going to know the truth or not. And if it ain't the truth, you see this finger? You remember how they used to do that back in the day at the church? They'd be like, excuse me. Excuse me. And then don't be the one that be on the inside of the bench, okay, where everybody's at. And then you got to try to walk yourself in front of everybody trying to get by. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Pardon. Excuse me. You know, you already know what time it is, y'all. I just wanted to come in and talk to y'all today. You know, sometimes I just be wanting to talk to y'all and remind yourselves how good you are, okay? How much you're worth, okay? You're worth more than just somebody laying with you, okay? You do not have to lay with somebody in order to, you know, get attention, in order to think you're beautiful, in order to think that you're worth, okay? You're worth it. Okay, you are worth it already, whether you know it or not. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, you're beautiful. Okay, you're beautiful because I know that is what God would tell you. He would tell you that you're beautiful and He loves you and He sees you. Okay, He sees you for who you are. So if anything, do this to please God, but do this to help yourself out. Okay. Now I love y'all. No one told you that you was beautiful today. Remember that you are. Just the way that you are. And I love you. All right? Later.